right, MindMeisters. So today we're just going to do a quick little demo trying to figure out how to use this MindMeister app. Okay, so now once we've Googled it, we can just go here and it takes us to the main page, basically a blank page, blank slate. We can zoom out and we can see that we have actually quite a bit of room. I haven't tested just how far it'll go, but it seems to be just about as much room as you'll ever really need. So zooming back in, this is the kind of the starting point. Just says topic right now. We can select a topic and then I can show you how it'll kind of work from there. So picking one at random, let's go for ancient Rome. All right, so we have our topic. Where do we proceed? Proceeding from there, we can just select that ancient road and we can hit add an idea, all right, or tab for short. All right, so we can just add a related topic. So related topic to ancient Rome, let's go for Roman roads. All right, Roman roads. Okay, now hitting enter once, we'll deselect that Roman road subtopic. Hitting enter again, we'll open up a new subtopic. All right, so we can add a different one to Roman roads. Let's go for Roman legions. Okay, and that's the main idea. And then the main way to organize it is as a visual organizer here. It is basically just a big old web emanating from the center, as you can see, with branching out to all the different subtopics and subtopics you might need to go to. Okay, so moving on. Obviously, this is kind of a bit limited, so we can just add a different subtopic to Roman roads. So, for instance, we could go for construction material. All right, construction material. And then we can add for the subtopic of the Roman road network. Okay. And of course, you can just keep doing this as required. So for instance, under construction material, I can add a different subtopic and potentially the different types. So stone or marble. Not sure they use marble for roads, but you get the idea. I keep going. For Roman road network, we could add a subtopic. We could add perhaps some of the more famous roads. So the Via Appia, for instance. Or we could also do another subtopic on Roman trade networks around the Mediterranean and the Roman world. And this is essentially the main, organizational format for MindMeisters. You can see it's very neat. And one of the things that I personally really enjoy about MindMeister is how everything kind of slots into these very neat little subsections without you having to do it personally, without having to do it yourself. The system automatically slots it in a very neat and visually appealing manner. All right, so that is the bulk of the organization. Now I could theoretically actually grab this and move it off of, sorry, not ancient roads, because I could move this, take this subtopic and move it and make it its own. So construction material found in ancient Rome rather than under the subtopic Roman roads. Or I could do construction material under the legions, for instance, just like that, switching it around. And that's another one of the strengths of MindMeister, is that as you're editing it and as you're moving things around, it still retains this fairly intuitive structure, which makes it very visually appealing, and it also makes it easy to work with. Now, another thing you can do is you can link or add relationships between ideas. So for instance, if I want to say that the Roman legions built many of the Roman roads, I could click that, and then I could select Roman roads, and that's linked the two ideas together. All right, and I can even, and this is very neat, you can even move the arrow so it's not, for instance, in the way. That hasn't happened here, but if I were to add, say, a different subtopic, then you see that it might get in the way. All right, so you can move that around. And another thing which is very neat, you can even change the color if you like. So I have them color coded, for instance, on a much larger graph, or you could add a label and make everything much more visually appealing and make that connection explicit. So let's just say roads were built by the legions. All right, simple enough, very handy. All right, and that was our quick look at MindMeisters. Obviously, there's quite a bit more you can do with it, and there's a whole bunch of pre-made templates that you can use. But for today, that'll have to do. Thank you very much.